Today I want to show you how you can make one of these. This is known as a bullroarer. This is an Australian one I bought in an Aborigine craft centre in Australia. And the idea is you whirl it around your head on this string, it spins round and makes a noise. Bullroarers have been known for tens of thousands of years. They're examples found by archaeologists, and they've been found in kind of ethnographic traditions all across the world. In Australia, they're perhaps best known, but they're also known in lots of other countries, including Spain, in some caves where I did some work where they're prehistoric paintings. So the trouble with this one is it's made of wood, it's quite big, and I wouldn't want to swing it around in here because it might snap its string or hit the ceiling or decapitate someone. So what if we could make one that was slightly safer, like this? This is a piece of cardboard. So we're going to try and make a bullroarer using a piece of cardboard. This is just from a cardboard box, normal piece of cardboard, nothing on my sleeves, a pair of scissors, and it might be useful to have a marker pen, and a piece of Play-Doh. Other modelling putties are available. So what do you need to do? Well, first of all, I'm going to take my piece of card and I'm going to mark out a shape for a bullroarer. And to start with, I'm just drawing something like this. You can see it's about the width of an adult's hand span and maybe 3 fingers wide. So a couple of inches, 5 centimetres there, and a bit longer. But the cardboard should be as heavy as you can get. If it's heavier, it'll work better. If it's really light, flimsy cardboard, like from a book or a magazine, that's no good. Or from a cereal packet, you want something as heavy as possible, from a big box, ideally. So we then cut out our piece of card. Just look to yourself for a moment while I do this. So I'm going to cut my card. It doesn't have to be too precise. So I now have a piece of cardboard. Give you a sense of scale, it's about that big. It's about okay. And I'm then going to try and make the edges. The edges are rather straight and square. What I want is for them to be nicely round. So I'm going to take some scissors. These are nice Sheffield-made handmade scissors. Any scissors will do. Ones with round edges are particularly safe. And I'm going to cut the edges so that they go round. Makes it a bit more aerodynamic. It helps it to spin. So I'm just going to round off the edges. Now the advantage of doing this sort of shape is that it's pretty easy to make it symmetrical, in other words the same each side. I tried making other shapes, and like this one I tried, you can see it's different this side to this side, so it didn't work very well. So this one, I've just trimmed the edges off and it's pretty similar on each side. So all we then have to do is make a hole near the end. Now I'm going to use my putty here, put this piece of cardboard there, and then I can make a hole without any risk of stabbing my fingers. So kids, that's how you do it safely. So I now have, it's not quite in the middle, that's a shame, I should have got it right in the centre, but it'll be fine. I now have a piece of cardboard with a hole in it. All I need now is to get some string. String's important. Get a piece of string. This is maybe 1 metre long, maybe a yard long, 3 feet. Better too long than too short. Cut off my piece of string. Thread my string through the hole. Knot my piece of string. Just going to tie a little knot in it, not a bow, something a bit more permanent. Any knot will do. Get an adult to help if you're not very good with knots. And if you're not an adult, otherwise get a child to help if you're not very good with knots. You might find it's part of scouting or something. So, and there we have our bullroarer. Now, to show the bullroarer in action, all you have to do is hold it. Actually, you don't need this string to be too long. That will be long enough. I'm going to wrap it around my fingers. I've got it nice and close. Ooh. And you see, if it hits you in the head like that, it doesn't hurt, which is great. If I used the wooden one, then if it hit me in the head, that would have really hurt. It's a little bit shorter. I hope you're picking up that sound. This one I trimmed off to make more of a leaf shape. So I started with that, and then I cut it down to be, so I just cut the edges off so it's more like that. And this shape seems to be particularly good. You see a lot of traditional ones this kind of shape. You can always draw it with your marker pen on the cardboard before you start cutting. And this one seems to work pretty well. They're quite often, you can play it going around like this or round your head if you prefer. Both methods work. This cardboard's a bit light, doesn't work very well. So that's how to make your first prehistoric instrument, and to be making an instrument that people have been making all over the world for thousands of years. Have a go, let me know how you get on. Bye bye.